to welcome everyone to the What's Left podcast. I'm John here with Jake and Brad. We are the Punk Rock Garage Band podcast, adding our voice to resistance as loudly as we can on the Derealization Nation Media Network. Please do hit like and subscribe here on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who has already. You guys are growing us. We're becoming a thing, and that's kind of cool, man. And thank you to everybody on Substack as well, and wherever you find us on TikTok, Instagram, or Threads. I'm not gonna edit that. It's all right. It's
Nope, I
fine.
like it.
That's fine. That happens. That shit
They can check
happens.
out Tok Tok whenever they get a chance.
It's fine. Anyways, so guys, we got a lot of stuff going on. Mainly just Donald Trump is just in the middle of a non-stop press conference where every day he just looks closer and closer to death. Um, I don't know if he has like leprosy or what the issue is, but some sort of flesh-eating virus is just taking him apart. Or maybe it's just his soul, starting to show through his skin as it thins out in his old age. But either way, like he said some pretty fucking wild things. Um, but the thing I want to fucking focus in on first, the overarching thing is that it's been three times now that this man has used the D word um, and called himself the dictator. And it's like you got to believe the man when he says it after a while, right? Like you can't just, I don't know. Let's give a little context. Here's Donald Trump.
But then he goes on television and says, "Oh, Trump is a dictator."
Who's
And a lot of people have so the line is that I'm a dictator, but I stop crime. So a lot of people say, if that's the case, I'd rather have a dictator. But I'm not a dictator. I just know how to stop crime.
just a crime fighting hero, guys. It's pretty much just Batman.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the word that I'm looking for there? They're testing it in the market
Yeah.
to see how dictator rolls, you know what I mean? To see how his supporters react to it.
It went fast though. Like he's already said it. That was just like his third time saying it. That was in response to JD Pritzker, who had a great response. Who I just really wish would just give up that money, bro. Just stop being a billionaire because I'd really like you. He did a great job. He called Trump a dictator, told him to stay the fuck out, told him he was losing his mind and he needed to be 25th Amendment. I mean, he really didn't skip a beat. He's just a right jolly old soul, old JB. But he is a billionaire seven times over. So
So
like,
fuck him.
exactly. Either I want to see all Hyatt, Hyatt employees making the living wage within their state. I want to see like a serious super PAC that is anti-APAC. And I want to hear you say that you're willing to be taxed out of your billionaire tax bracket. And then we'll talk about how the rest of it. But he also did threaten to prosecute Trump in so many words if he was elected. And I think that's something that all Democrats should be saying because we talked about it a couple episodes ago, and like we don't even know for sure that like it's the Democrats' intention to impeach. Does I mean, am I wrong about that? Like we really don't know what the fuck they're trying to do.
Oh, not what, bro. Their whole plan is Trump bad still. And now we just got blue MAGA.
Yeah, yeah. You guys like the hearing somebody say finally like the man needs to be prosecuted and threatening to prosecute like Stephen Miller and the rest of them too. It's like you can't escape justice forever.
I like hearing it. Unfortunately, he's not in a position to actually do it, is the issue. So we're
Yeah.
not hearing it from Cory Booker, and we're not hearing it from Hakeem Jeffries.
I'm glad
Chuck Schumer's not stumbling up there on stage to tell us.
I'm glad you mentioned my favorite senator, Chuck Schumer from the great state of New York. Fucking useless piece of garbage. The momentum is picking up though online to help make Chuck Schumer resign. I want to thank all of all of our friends for making that happen. I see you out there hitting the likes in the comments, and there's a lot more people starting to share these things. But I thought this was funny. This was on Charlemagne the God's show, The Breakfast Club, talking about Hakeem Jeffries.
Having the speaker, minority speaker, Hakeem Jeffries. Because, I'm a political nerd. Like, I love talking
Charlemagne
politics.
hates him.
You do?
I don't hate him. I just don't think he stands for anything.
Well,
I think that I call him Apex Shakur. Like,
well, definitely, we did talk about messaging, and I actually went to the Capitol and had a meeting with him. And we talked about messaging and how I was like, the frustration with the party is y'all have to get more gangster. Like, stop going by the politics of the late 2000s, in 2010. And you have to like rise to the occasion in the messaging. And he did. I saw him do more afterwards.
Hakeem is a puppet. Hakeem's not doing anything if Chuck Schumer don't tell him to do it. And it's simple as that.
Preach.
Right? And we all know Chuck Schumer ain't telling him to do shit, except for to not do shit, you know? Like, if anything, Chuck Schumer does the opposite of fighting.
Establishment Democrats move in unison. None of it's to help the American people, but they move in unison.
No, they had their opportunity to stop this, and they never did. And I mean, this is all of them. I mean, even in including the Obama administration, because we never prosecuted the Bush administration for the Iraq War. We never did it. We never rolled back the obvious overreach that they used in the executive branch. We never even talked about it. We just wanted to move on.
No, because we were too hopped up on patriotism.
Yeah. Yep. And we just rode that I just don't know what like you just had all these the Democrats are always just so eager to work with Republicans that they forgot to work with their constituents. And that's why we are where we are. And so, like, honest to God, like if Chuck Schumer was to like throw his body in front of traffic to like save, I don't know, a group of us, like I to save a labor union, like I'd still be like, well, you still kind of owe us because like they've literally like they let this whole country go to fucking pot, like every last one of them, like Pelosi, Schumer, Durbin, all of them. That whole Steny Hoyer, that group, that age group has been in power forever and has done nothing to slow or stop this Republican takeover of state governments, of local governments. They don't run no fucking races in Ohio. Like, remember Tim Ryan? Like, Tim Ryan should have beat JD Vance for the Senate, right? But you know how much money they gave Tim Ryan to win that race? $0 and 0 cents. Chuck Schumer gave Tim Ryan $0 and 0 cents to win his race. He just gave it up to JD Vance. Tim did all that shit on his own, and now Tim, had to take money from a couple of interests that I didn't particularly love, but like I know who he is, and I know that he's a decent human being. And he deserves a Senate seat. JD Vance is obviously JD Vance and does not deserve anything. Shouldn't be anywhere near power. But Democrats couldn't even be bothered to run a Senate race in Ohio against JD Vance. And that's where we are where we are. So fuck Chuck Schumer and fuck Hakeem Jeffries. Like, there's nothing you can do now to redeem yourself except resign.
God, they gerrymandered our state so fucking bad we can't even get people to run against them.
We have Jim fucking Jordan out here
Ugh.
talking about Ghislaine Maxwell and how, well, she said nothing happened, so I guess nothing happened. Like, how fucking, like, is there no sense of shame or irony within the Republican Party? Like, this, this is the man with the documentary about how he covers up for sex offenders, and that's the guy you sent out to Fox News to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Dude, old Jimmy is a voice on Twitter, and he is a MAGA talking head to the fucking fullest, bro. It's fucking embarrassing.
Jake, you're not really a sports guy, so do you know that Jim Jordan did all that at Ohio State?
Who's Jim Jordan?
He's representative, congressman from from Ohio.
From Ohio.
He, yeah, he's also the chair of the, what is it, the oversight committee or the, not oversight, one of the investigative uh committees. Yeah, but he covered up sex abuse at Ohio State University for decades and decades. And he's still, like, even though all that is known now, he still holds his seat.
Nice.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, way to go, Ohio. JD Vance, Jim Jordan. I guess, like, Satan wasn't available, so you got to vote for somebody. Fucking ridiculous. Bernie Moreno. Unbelievable. So what do you guys think about the guy? So there's a veteran who burned a flag in DC, and the goon squad, Trump's goon squad, detained him, arrested him for burning a flag, for exercising his First Amendment rights. Uh, I don't know how you guys feel about burning the flag. I feel like burning the flag is the most American thing that a human being can do. It is the penultimate First Amendment right to be able to take the American flag and light that son of a bitch on fire if you feel that your cause is worth that. And I think the symbolism is powerful and necessary sometimes. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Aren't they attaching a fine to it now?
Yeah, he signed an executive order, which is completely unconstitutional, trying to telling prosecutors to prosecute to the fullest extent of the law if they can, by using by charging them with other crimes surrounding lighting the flag on fire.
Right, so not constitutional.
No, not at all.
Yeah. The Supreme Court agrees with you that you should be allowed to burn the flag as a part of your freedom of speech.
Hmm.
Um, I think watching veterans do it is a completely different thing because the biggest argument from the right is, well, you didn't serve. How dare you disrespect the flag when all these people fought for your freedoms and this, that, and the third? Well, it's a completely different thing when you see a veteran doing it.
Yeah, these are the same assholes running around with the fucking thin blue line flag. So
Oh yeah,
fuck
they desecrate the flag all the time.
spare me.
When I saw that fucking group of all four Trump supporters at the protest, they
They
one of
were
them had a
in
fucking
numbers.
American flag. Yeah, one of them had an American flag with Trump's face on it.
Yeah.
Like, do y'all not understand that it's the exact same thing? They don't understand that it's the exact same thing.
Nope. Nope.
But also, they try to do it as like a showing of force because he was approached by the Secret Service or the FBI or something when he initially burnt the flag, and the park rangers or whatever they were, the park police essentially, um, overtook it because what the fuck are you doing, federal agents arresting this man? And they didn't charge him for burning the flag because they can't, because an
Yeah.
executive order essentially means nothing.
Right.
So they charged him for starting a fire in a park.
Yeah.
Um, he was out within hours, and but I think that this is almost a play to like continue indoctrinating the people on the right, because what they're going to do is the people that are burning flags that aren't our veterans, they're going to show that on Fox News every single fucking day. And they're going to say, look at these un American people, these freaking hippie liberals out here burning our flag
Mm.
and disrespecting our troops. They'll show it every single goddamn day. And we're going to fall for it hook, line, and sinker. And people are going to start burning flags. And that's what they're setting up for.
Hmm.
Like, Trump knows, like, the people around Trump, even if Trump doesn't know, the people around Trump understand that you just can't sign an executive order and it creates a law. Like, whether Trump knows that or not, his people definitely do.
Yeah.
This is just a one more distraction. Because I think something happened in the Middle East that we're trying to ignore.
Yeah. Something happened in the Middle East and something happened to, with that Epstein list that's also fucking missing in action. Um, yeah. Um, so the man keeps calling it dictator, blah, 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 and he's got the National Guard there in Washington, D.C. And this is how they're spending their time. If you look, you watch the video here, you can see if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, it's just a video of the National Guard hard at work picking up trash in the parks around DC. It costs $500 a day to rip a National Guard agent from their home, family, and life, uh, and activate them into service. It costs $140 a day to pay the people who work for the parks to do their fucking job. So, government efficiency at its finest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
At its finest.
at its absolute finest. But that is how they work, though. They condition them, and that's why it worries me that he said dictator 3 times already, because like that means that MAGA has already accepted dictator.
Dude, they love it.
Hmm. Seriously, like if it's out 3 times, bro, it's a done deal.
Oh, gosh. It's so devastating for our country.
But you mentioned Israel, and it is time to get to it. This is Man, this one is so blatant, and they got caught completely red-handed. I am going to show this is the bombing of the Nasser Hospital, the second bombing. This is when this is a team, a rescue crew team, and journalists post bombing, trying to help whoever may have survived it. And this is the double tap. This is just, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch all of this, but this is, we have to deal with the reality that is happening. There's, of course, pictures and videos. The families of the victims are all speaking out. That makes 200 journalists and all 36 hospitals have been hit in Gaza multiple times. And yet the IDF says they are not targeting journalists or hospitals. So piss poor aim or piss poor liars?
Oh, neither. They're doing it out in the open and they just don't care.
Yeah, I think
Do
it's
something about it. Yep.
Mhm.
Do something about it. They're not going to. I saw a guy today who was on the ground. And it was just like rage bait journalism, essentially. But he was clearly, very clearly riding with the IDF, going to where the food is and saying, "There's no shortage of food. What are we talking about? People are starving. There's no shortage of food." Like we don't understand that they're just withholding the food from them. Like we know that there's the ability to get food. It's just you will be killed trying to get it. Like
Yep.
it was like the whole thing was just rage baiting how it's not as bad as they say in Palestine. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like we don't know this. Like what do you mean?"
It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up. There was actually a Australian report of like two young boys who were held trying to get aid, and they were like 16 and 17 years old, who described being derobed, held down, molested by female officers before they were set free, made fun of while they were naked, all of that, like just abused, and I would say that quantifies as rape even. At the risk of not being able to put that clip on TikTok, just calling it what it is. And so you have these, it's always, oh, well, October 7th, and October 7th was a tragedy, and it is disgusting, and it is absolutely should have never happened. But it doesn't like being raped doesn't give you license to go rape. Like that's not how that works. And certainly October 7th does not give you license to fucking
Extinct someone.
yeah, or to perform manifest destiny. They bombed Yemen. They bombed they're bombing outside of a daycare in Lebanon. I mean that they're in Syria shooting at civilians and just chasing around, terrorizing. They were just throwing like stun grenades into like stores and markets, warehouses and stuff, just running around terrorizing people. Like they are a terrorist organization, and they need to be stopped. UN has called for substance from Israel's investigation of the double tap at the hospital. You guys think anything at all is going to come out of this?
Hell no. Hell no. What are they going to say? A bunch of European countries are going to say that they're bad and they're war criminals. It's not going to matter because we fund them. So who gives a shit what they say? And no one's going to intervene because we fund them. So what the fuck are they going to say? And it's just a repetitive cycle until Palestine ceases to exist.
Yeah.
Right.
Ultimately, like the US, is the deciding factor in the UN, and we're not going to say shit. So fuck it, right?
For sure,
But
because in the UN, you have to be unanimous. They're united. Decisions have to be made on a unanimous front.
yeah. Yep. Um, so I there's there's this there's this Republican candidate, um, or was, I think she may have gone too far even for the GOP. who put out this viral video of tolerance and love. But this is the shit that like this is the shit. Like, and we're gonna keep on diving into this because this idea that like the one true God is the God of Israel and that there's some sort of manifest destiny of Israel to take over the Middle East and for the United States to be somehow a part of that, and white Christians and Christians to have some sort of entitlement to other people's property and land because God said so, is fucking bullshit and needs to stop. But take a look at this unhinged lunatic.
Your daughters will be raped and your sons beheaded unless we stop Islam once and for all. We're done turning the other cheek. Remember, David didn't pray for Goliath. He killed them. America is a Christian nation, so those terrorist Muslims can to any of the 57 Muslim nations. There is only one true God, and that is the God of Israel.
Gave my brothers a drink up.
Whoa.
Okay.
These people come forward because guys like Trump hold office.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. The one true God of Israel. Brother, this is a problem.
It's a real problem, man.
Yeah. Any guesses as to what the book she was burning was?
I don't know, 1984.
No.
I think it was the Quran, though, actually.
Yes, it was the Quran. That is the correct answer.
I
Of
thought it was her
course.
being smut that she's trying to hide.
I mean, it's probably also that. There's some kind of self-hating attention hog. There's no way, like, I don't know. Just looking at her and the way she said it, like, does she believe it or is she just in it to win it? Like, in it for the attention and the power? I don't know.
I don't know, but apparently she forgot. Where is she from? I'm sorry. Where's she running for Congress or Senate or what's she doing?
I don't know. Running for something. Running for Congress, I believe.
Oh,
Congressman
good.
of the district. She's in a Republican primary, so she's probably I don't if she makes it, then we'll talk about her, but I don't think she's gonna make it.
Did she forget that America hates women?
Oh, definitely forgot the GOP hates women.
Dude, the most.
But the GOP does she's Latina.
Yeah.
The GOP loves a good like my black friend excuse.
She's 100% going to show up to her own rally and get deported by ICE.
It happens all the time.
Trump's just going to send her somewhere. Yeah, we don't care. Just send her out of here.
Latinas for Trump, her husband.
Yeah,
Deported.
she
Deported.
rolled her R's. Get out of here. You're gone.
That's right.
Rolling your R's. You're adios.
Did you say rape, my friend?
You're gone.
You're gone. Unfucking
We'll
believable.
send you somewhere, and if we can't send you there, we'll send you somewhere else.
Let's talk about immigration, shall we? Kilmar Abrego Garcia, right? So they offered him a deal where if he pleads guilty, he gets to go to prison in Costa Rica, right? If he pleads guilty to being a child trafficker, this feel like this like the price is right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Show him our first showcase, right? It's a trip to Costa Rica, right? And the so he gets to go to Costa Rica, but he has to admit that he's a child trafficker. He has to plead guilty to all of these charges, which they have zero evidence. Or he gets to go to Uganda if he does not plead guilty. So Uganda obviously is not a country that's in great shape, run by a dictator. And as far as I've heard, is the prison there is not nearly as nice as it would be in Costa Rica. So basically, the GOP has decided that if you are a sex trafficker, then you can go to Costa Rica. But if you are not, you have to go to Uganda. Sounds pretty on brand for them.
Yeah. If you are a sex trafficker, you can be moved to a minimum security prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And nice sunny Costa Rica.
In sunny Costa Rica.
Enjoy your own toilet.
$1, Bob? Yeah, enjoy. Yeah. Enjoy your own toilet.
Enjoy your own toilet and only
God.
4 roommates.
Oh, lovely but torturous view of the ocean.
Hmm. Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
almost be worse, right?
Oh, yeah, I think
I mean, I don't
so.
know. Obviously, Ugandan prison sounds terrible, but
Yeah.
prison sounds terrible, period. I don't care what it
Right.
is.
No, I'll tell you, it's probably good. It's still probably better because we had well, where I was at, we had this gorgeous look over the mountains, Appalachian Mountains, and that was nice. It was nice to go out there and meditate. And it's also torture. Like you're like, man, if I could just make it to those trees,
They'll never find me
they'll
here.
never find me. Immediately, they will find you
Yeah, so fast.
so fucking fast. Um, yeah. So he's not going to plead guilty to these charges because there's nothing. And this is how desperate they are to not have him be in court. So that tells you something too. Like they obviously have nothing. They have shown their hand. But Terry, MS 13 on his knuckles. Terry, I'm giving you the break of a lifetime, Terry. You have to be nasty. MS 13. I think that's all of their evidence. I'm pretty sure that's the whole file. It's
Dude,
just the president of the United States arguing with Terry Moran about whether or not his knuckles say MS-13 or
oh my
not.
gosh. It said it right there. He was like so sure.
So fucking sure of himself. The look on Terry Moran's face was just priceless. Or the one where he was like, "Oh, that's the Declaration of Independence." It's like, what did he say? Something
Talk
like,
about all the deaths of the Civil War.
yeah, start talking about the
Incredible.
Civil War. Terry Moran just looks at him like, what? What a
Incredible.
dude, if you're gonna go out, like go out with a fucking bang, right?
The problem is that his following isn't going to fact check him because they have no fucking clue.
No, they are getting off on the fact they don't give a fuck whether Kilmore Abrego Garcia did it or not. They're telling everybody that he did, and they're fucking loving the fact that he's going to Uganda. Like the trolls are out in full force on that one.
They love it.
They love it. They love Putin. They love dictator. They love Lamp. They love whatever Trump loves.
They
Eh.
love Purse.
I think this is like this is my bold prediction is that I think they're getting ready to take TikTok from us.
Well, it's either people stop ratioing the White House website on TikTok, or yeah, we are going to lose.
That's what I'm saying. They're gonna
But
say
never
that like
stop. Never
they're gonna
ever
say
stop.
that it's that it's hate speech or something
They
and
tried
it's
once.
anti-American and blah 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 blah. And they're gonna take it from us because he's about to try and take over America. So the less communication we have, the better for this operation.
I do have
Here's
some.
the thing, though, I'm not worried about it because like TikTok was created because Vine got canceled. So there's always going to be, you can never actually stop the growth.
Just bring back the Vine.
Yeah, it's
No,
just,
we're moving.
yeah, we'll all just move.
It'll just take us time
Yeah,
to
it'll take a
mobilize.
little bit. Everybody will start. Everybody gets a fresh start. New set
Right.
of influencers.
Dude, I'll tell you, like I'm not opposed. I'm tired of like watching videos about how to get videos across the fucking internet. Like it's God bless it annoying. TikTok has an algorithm. They decide they want you to use a feature. If you don't use the feature, then nothing fucking happens to your video. Anyways, that's beside the point. And then we know what else is frustrating. No, it's not beside the point. So first of all, let me say that Donald Trump and the company that owns TikTok has invested in Trump coin. So it's probably safe for now. Um,
They
for the
paid
time
their dues.
for the time being. So, uh, until it becomes a problem to, him, I think we're gonna be all right that way. But who knows? I don't know. Nobody knows. He doesn't even know. But the other thing I want to say about TikTok is it's fucking bullshit, bro. This pay to play scheme, like I paid one time to promote the video. It went immediately, took my video to people who wanted to see it, took my video to people who wanted to follow us, people that like. So what you're telling me is that not only do you know and can promote my video to whoever the fuck wants to see it, like you could just take it anytime you wanted to, but you purposefully hold it back until I give you $8 fucking dollars. You
Yep.
fucking pieces of garbage. You trash bags. It has nothing. So it has nothing to do. Like we break through from time to time, but for Christ's sakes, it's work.
They're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah. Shh.
You're listening.
Listen, YouTube knocked us off the fucking air for the better part of this morning for talking shit on Ronald Reagan. You believe that
We didn't
shit?
even get started.
No, bro. You want to hear about Ronald Reagan? I'll do a whole episode. It'll be
That's what I'm saying. We could definitely do a whole episode on Ronald Reagan.
boring as hell. I'll fucking bore you to death with fucking details of the war on drugs.
Are you gonna bring
Oh,
up the real news? Taylor Swift is engaged.
oh my God.
That's
It's wonderful. That's
If you're
wonderful.
wondering why people don't know half this stuff is occurring in the world, it's because Taylor Swift's engaged.
Yeah. Yeah.
the truth.
Hmm.
Who needs the Epstein list?
And I'm sure like it was all planned.
Oh,
I think there's something deeper there.
What's this?
Well, I just think that she's got her little money ties in there too, and she just did it to help cover up certain things. They're all billionaires, they're all friends. There's only a couple of them.
For sure, for sure, for
So I
sure.
know that they're talking about something.
Yeah, it honestly is. It's suspicious timing
It really is very suspicious timing.
for sure. And you know, she doesn't. Her fans will tell you that she doesn't do anything that isn't fucking
Oh my God, the fans
cal
would die for
calculated.
her.
Well, what's weird is like they asked Trump about this, right? And what did Trump say? Trump was Trump was real cryptic about it because
bro.
first he said she's not hot, which
Yeah.
she's no longer hot. But then he made a thing, but he's like, but I like Taylor.
Yeah, because she's doing what he wants now. It's all Swift. Remember when they posted that meme of her and like she got mad and then they started hating her, and now we're all getting amends because she's helping covering up other news.
But she's also getting mad hate from MAGA right now. Still.
She's getting mad hate from Democrats as well.
Yeah, well, it's because you're a billionaire with a platform
Right.
the size of an entire bigger than most countries, and you refuse to say anything about anything. You refuse to take a stand for fucking anything.
Right.
I would love to see her empire burn to the ground. I would love.
Well, you just might,
I hope so.
but probably
Maybe she'll
not.
release an album about that that sounds just like the other 17 albums that she's released.
But it'll be different every version that she puts out of it.
Yeah, there's like that one extra guitar stroke.
Right. The acoustic version,
Right, right, right.
even though the whole album was acoustic. Yeah,
You remember when she started out as a country artist?
I
You
do.
know, that first album was fun. I will say I liked Our Song. Our Song is a slam screen door. And like the Picture to Burn. That was like fine. She was okay. But now she's not.
Yeah. Well, you're not making money in that. Like Nashville is like you play the game. Like actually I was gonna ask you, Brad, do you know did Garth Brooks write his own songs? Was he one of the few?
Ooh.
Yes.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought so because everybody
He,
else like
not every song,
mhm,
obviously, but yes,
That's
he
the
wrote
original
songs.
at least some of them. Because
Yes.
George Strait is the other like king of country music or whatever because he's got so many
Yeah.
number one hits and Alan Jackson. But Alan Jackson and George Strait wrote zero of their songs. So,
Right. But
you know.
honestly, like George Strait does have 50 number ones or something like that, 51 maybe now
Yeah.
or something, which is
Well, it's because
incredible.
which is a great, but also because everybody wanted to write for him because his voice is like George Strait's voice.
Exactly, because his lyrics were not like spellbounding. Like he wasn't like, you know what I mean? He's not.
Check yes or no. It's not super fucking creative. But yeah, I think that's why Taylor left Nashville though, is because she wanted to write her own lyrics and not have to play that game. I assume.
Maybe.
I assume. That's why some artists do. The Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash of the world. That and
Mm.
drugs usually. Drugs usually plays a part. And I don't think Taylor was doing any of that.
Sorry, did someone say drugs?
I could care less. She did Harry Styles and break up with him. So
Yeah,
Ugh,
to me.
yeah.
swine.
She said nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
She sucks. She absolutely sucks, and nobody cares. Maggie can have her for all they give a shit.
Oh, please take her. Please.
All right, let's I got a couple of Got a couple of fun ones here. How about let's start with this. So this is fascinating. So this is Jeffrey Epstein's longtime neighbor in New York City.
Have you been living in the neighborhood for a long time?
Yeah.
And did you ever see any really rich and powerful people go inside this building?
You want to know who I saw going in there? Everyone you've heard about.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you name any names?
Yeah, you know them all from the newspaper.
Do you see Bill Clinton going there?
Who?
Bill Clinton?
Yep.
Bill Gates?
No.
Trump?
Yep. I think of the other ones. Andrew.
Prince Andrew. You saw Prince Andrew going there. And what do you think actually happened inside of this home?
All the most terrible things you could think of both.
And what do you think the truth is about the Epstein files?
Well, someone has them. Yeah. Maxwell probably would be the best source. But she'll stay put.
Would you support Donald Trump if he were to give her a pardon to let her spill all the information?
No. Because that means she's out of jail. She was definitely his partner. I believe that.
And so
Yeah.
you've seen people like Prince Andrew, Trump, the Clintons, a lot of other people walk inside this building.
Yeah, well, you knew it. You know, they all come with security guards who park here or stand out here, so you can't miss it. And I saw plenty over the years. This is a long time ago now, before we knew what was going on. Just young girls. I mean, young.
How old
Teenagers.
were the girls that you saw go in?
Well, because they were coming from schools. They were coming from public schools.
Really?
So they were high school age.
Wow, so you saw a bunch of high schoolers going inside
You
here.
could tell. I always come this way home, and you'd cross the street, and maybe on the far corner would be two girls. Now, don't get nervous. It's going to be all right. He's really a nice man. You know, he promised people that didn't know people like this exist in a gorgeous house like this. They didn't know he was going to abuse them. He said, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You know, when you get out of high school, I'm going to get you a modeling job. I'm going to set you up." And, you know, he promised them all kinds of things, and they unfortunately believed him.
Wow. Wow. I mean, that's like eyewitness confirmation of every detail.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what more proof we could possibly need. Honestly, it just doesn't. It doesn't matter because we're not doing anything. Our voice is not heard. They just don't care. They just drown us out and call us fucking lunatics.
Yeah. It's also just so telling that the Trump administration sent nothing but the already known files. They did the same bullshit they to a Congress that they did to the TikTok influencers and sent them the public information. But the public information is so damning. What the fuck else? Really? Like, don't you think that's enough for like if you had that lady in court in front of 12 jurors, like I'm asking some questions, you know what I mean? Like I feel like she's been living there for the entire time. That's pretty she's a pretty good witness. That's fucked up, man. The stuff like just coming straight from the high school and stuff, like that's oh, we're just gonna be okay with this because it's a hoax somehow. It's a hoax that happened, but like the Democrats toyed with it. I mean, does anybody even understand what he's not even trying to like make anything up. He's just covering it up.
It doesn't have to.
No.
They're dumb.
Nope. Everybody's just giving up on it. We'll see what happens when Congress comes back because I heard that Comey might actually on his own have subpoenaed Alex Acosta, who was Trump's labor secretary in his first term and was the guy who cut the deal for Epstein in the first place. So he is a man who knows details. And this was a man that was like, why won't they subpoena him? And it sounds like Republican oversight chair James Comer might actually subpoena him. So that would be a big step in the right direction. I think
Would it though?
yeah, it would. It would because nothing seems to have turned the Republicans' conscience about any of this. He should have been impeached a billion times over. This should, like, if you can sit there and listen to that old woman talk about high school girls being walked in and out of the same room and parties with Prince Andrew and like being coerced on the corner across the street like it's gonna be okay, and you can that doesn't turn your conscience, then you are less than human. Like you're not incapable of the empathy. I won't say less than human. How about this? You are sociopathic. You are sociopathic and probably not actually diagnosably sociopathic, where it's an excuse and a real diagnosis, but like where you have chosen to be a sociopath and you've chosen not to care. And that's not acceptable. So if this doesn't break at least one or two of them to make them do the right thing, I'd be surprised. I think this is a step too far for some.
Donald Trump went on a national interview and said that he would sneak into children's dressing rooms during pageants. They do not care, brother. They don't care. They don't care.
They're the ones saying it to everyone. No one else is giving them the ammo. They are.
Yeah, they do not care.
That is
Mhm.
true. Well, then with the little bits and pieces that we have, we will still get some stuff. There is still a full subpoena for the files. When they get back to Congress, there is going to be some testimony. We're going to see some stuff. We're going to get started. And if Democrats manage to win an election, if we manage to have an election with Trump ordering the military into major cities already, you want to talk about panicking on that front, like it's bad. So he has no intention of allowing a free and fair election. None. Zero. Don't fucking kid yourself about that shit, bro. Is anybody here still uh think that we're just gonna like it's just business as usual even in 2026?
No, bro. Oh man, it
Not
it has been business as usual for a while.
I agree. We are
Mhm.
so far over the edge. We are full authoritarian.
Yep.
I mean, you get to the point where he's comfortable enough to start floating himself as being called dictator comfortably in public. I think you know that you've already gone past the edge.
Part of me thinks he's pump faking on moving to the other cities, and part of me thinks that if look, this is going to sound ridiculous, but if they come into other cities and we don't start shooting, then we've lost. It's over. It's a wrap. Call it a day. We've lost. The game is over. If they move into other cities outside of his jurisdiction, because he is legally allowed to do what he wants with the National Guard in DC, that like he's within his legal rights. However, when he does it outside, it is no longer constitutionally protected for the president to do that. And this is full on fascism, authoritarianism, whatever you want to call it. If we don't revolt aggressively, then we lost. It's a wrap. See you later. America is done.
Yeah. I I tend to agree with you, and but first Jake, I want to give you an opportunity to jump in here, and let me know, what do you think? Is this a pump fake? Is this for real? Do you see any scenario where he does not have the National Guard in and around blue cities during the election to intimidate voters?
To intimidate voters.
Hmm.
I could totally see him doing that.
Yeah,
I don't think of it like that. Like Brad just, that was a really good point. I mean, it wouldn't deter a lot of people, I feel like, but for some, yeah, it could
yeah,
definitely sway a huge amount of people.
for sure. Especially if you
Fear
just
is one of the biggest motivators for some people.
For sure. Yeah, and if you just so happen to be brown and there's military officers around and you have watched, by that time they will have watched for a full year and a half, people with full US citizenship being swept off the street
Right.
because of their brownness. And so none of this is unintentional because it's all meant to uh it's the frog in the boiling water thing. It's just meant to slowly turn the temperature up a little bit by little bit by little bit. And I think we need uh, and I hope that there are people like governors out there who are talking to military leaders, because when this gets unconstitutional, it is the duty of the military officers to know the difference. And this is why officers are college educated. This is why they go to the academies and stuff, because they're supposed to know in these situations how to handle this. Now, it's really never come up before, I don't think. Maybe a couple of times in American history at all, where a president has given unlawful orders. But obviously, to attack U.S. citizens is already like uncomfortably close. Um, if not over the line, it feels over the line to me. Does it not feel over the line to anybody else? Like, does this not feel like if it's not illegal that it absolutely fucking should be?
Bro, it's over the line. We're over the
No,
line.
fine. I think we're on the next three lines. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we've crossed all the lines. There are no lines. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. I can't believe, I mean, I can because I don't know. Think back to November 5th of 2024. And I remember, or November 6th, I guess, the day after the election. And I remember being on the bus on my way to work, and it was raining, and I just had this empty feeling inside and just full of anxiety, like something made, like the United States had ended. And I thought to myself, boy, that seems like a lot. But as I rode the bus, there's just a lot of suspicious looks going around from everybody. People just looked at each other differently. And I thought maybe like this was, this would pass and it'd be an overreaction and hope that we'd be able to like restore things through natural order and, just do what we did in 2017. And uh, I'll be honest, I was wrong. My instincts were right and my forced optimism was wrong. Uh,
Ooh,
Well, you have to
it
think
was
what
so wrong.
happened. He had a plan this time.
yeah. And we
He
knew that. And that's why
yeah.
my instincts told me what they told me because I had
Had a
spent,
plan.
we spent, we all spent we all spent the entire election convincing people of these things. We knew we were telling people, begging them, please, he will turn the military on cities. He is going to imprison his fucking enemies. He's going to like all of these things. Tariffs will make I had a whole fucking argument last Halloween with somebody over fucking the chocolate was going to be more expensive. They're like, well, we're gonna fucking grow chocolate here in America. You're a moron. You're a moron. Where are you gonna grow chocolate in America? You're gonna like what, Western Pennsylvania? You think that's the right temperature for fucking chocolate, you idiot? But no, this just so we knew it was as bad as it was, but we hoped against hope anyway. And here we are. Is I just want to ask both of you, how did you feel the day after the election? Is it better or worse than you thought? Well, Brad, you go ahead and start.
I called off work the day after the election because the wife was doing bad, doing bad. She is obviously a woman in America, so it's not great for her. I'm a heterosexual white male in America. Probably, you know what I mean? Probably going to be all right either way, how it shakes out. Um, but I took off work. I knew what was coming. Like you said, I preached to everybody that I knew what was coming. And I honestly, like, I was like shook when they announced that he was going to win because I didn't think that it was even going to be close. I saw people like marching in the streets to like go vote. People were like marching in the streets to go vote and they weren't voting for fucking him. So when he won, I was like, man, this is crazy. How did this happen? And then I knew what the plan was, but I feel like it's happening really fast. Like I thought that maybe towards like the end, you know what I mean? Towards like the end of the 4 years, like, they would just kind of set it up for JD Vance to just kind of take the throne without much of an election of any kind and just keep running through the project because that's the plan. And now they're just like, actually, we're going to do it the last weeks of Trump's life. Like, we're just going to do it right now because Donald Trump is obviously declining in health and they're just running it out right now because they know these MAGA have a blind allegiance to him and they're getting the hard part out of the way. Not surprised by any of it, surprised by how quickly it's happening.
Sure. That is happening awful fast. Blitzkrieg, if you will. Jake?
So I did go into work and I felt like I was having an out of body experience because I felt like I was the only one who felt the impact of it. Like everyone around me was just going about their day like normal, like nothing just happened. And I remember like looking around like, what the hell is going on? Like no one cared, no one brought it up, no one was even talking about it. And then like when I left work, I like called my friends and we were all like, "Oh my God, like this is like terrible and stuff." And like I was like, "Thank God," because like I thought I was like in a weird,
Yeah.
it was like no one cared. No one cared. No one brought it up. I was like, "Who am I surrounded by?" Like, you know what I mean? That's where I like started questioning like
Yeah.
whatever. I went on Facebook, I started blocking people because I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to be around these people anymore. I agree with Brad. I did not think things could like go this quickly. I am shocked at how quickly the hate has spread and everything else has spread. It's insane. But yeah, I definitely felt like I was an outlier after the lecture, which
Yeah.
was crazy because I felt like the majority before, and then I felt like not after. It was very strange.
Yes. 100%. I can relate to both of your experiences with my own too. Like it's very it's a very I don't know, existential experience. And as we say all the time, but like as a generation of people, we've been through trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, and somehow this one still hits.
Mm.
This one is just insane. This one's just insane. And it was so much worse because like people that were like, nah, or yeah. Like
hmm I hated the argument. Oh, that will never happen. Shut the hell up. It already did.
and
Guess where
this
we are now?
we're still doing it. He's like,
Yeah.
well, I want to be a dictator. People are like, oh well,
Stop it. You're crazy.
stop it. He said he wasn't a dictator though.
hmm
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's just, and we've been doing it for 10 fuck. It's been a whole goddamn decade. And I just don't know. People were told repeatedly that the same guardrails weren't there, and nobody fucking listened. So, you fuck around, you find out. Farmers are taking it up the ass, and that was one of the big ones. But it's pretty soon we're all gonna have to pay for that. I was gonna talk about why Trump's version of centralizing power by, you know, communism type takeovers of corporations. But I think we'll save that for another day.
Okay,
Because we're running out of time. But
good.
there is,
I would like to talk about Intel as well because
yeah,
it feels like communism. I don't know. I don't know all the rules of communism, but it
Also,
feels a little bit like
that felt like a heavy bombshell to add at the end of an episode.
yeah,
it.
it
It's
did.
cool. We can talk about it later, though. That's
Right.
cool.
Yeah. So, but I did bring something to lighten the load because I knew I was going to do that. So I got a couple of things. First, there's this town hall that went really poorly for a Republican, and this guy is all of us.
You talk about half truths when I listen to you. You know nothing about taking care of children because you've always had a really good paying job. You know nothing about what a working class citizen does. Come down here. Come down here and start trying to pay your medical insurance. Come down here and walk into Costco to try to feed your family, to feed your kid that's moved out, to feed your great-grandchildren. I had a very good job in California, and I'm able to feed my family, and it goes all the way to great-grandchildren. You're not helping me. Believe me, you're not helping me. You need to take your head out of Trump's ass and start doing your representation of us.
Take your head out of Trump's ass. It's
Yeah.
so simple, bro. It's so fucking simple. They could have him out of office and in prison tomorrow if they weren't such fucking pussies.
Mm.
But don't,
Remember the dude real quick that I told you we went to treatment with, and he was a huge Trumper and blah blah blah. They skip.
Mhm.
Well, the other day I posted something talking shit about Gavin Newsom because he's a turd, and but he commented on it and said that he's off the Trump train.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good.
he's still a racist white supremacist, so he's still a trash bag human. but he's off the Trump train because he realizes that. Well, his biggest thing was Trump's funding Israel, so, because he does it for different reasons. But whatever gets you not to vote for Trump, buddy, I don't. Whatever.
Yeah, just stay home.
You're going to be a racist forever, right?
Whatever keeps you locked in your fucking house is great for
Yeah.
us. All right, I can do you one better though, guys. We don't have sponsors on the show, and we continue to not have sponsors on the show. But here's a little something from Walmart.
Fuck the managers, fuck this company, fuck this position, and fuck that big lazy bitch, Chris Price. I fucking quit.
A Louisiana Walmart employee by the name of Beth McGrath decided to quit, and she did it over the loudspeaker.
Attention Walmart shoppers and associates. My name is Beth from Electronics. I've been working at Walmart for almost 5 years, and I can say that everyone here is overworked and underpaid. The attendant policy is bullshit. We are treated from management and customers poorly every day. Whenever we have a problem with it, we're told that we're replaceable. I'm tired of the constant gaslighting. This company treats their elderly associates like shit. To Jared, our store manager, you're a pervert. Greta and Kathy, shame on y'all for treating your associates the way you do. I hope you don't speak to your families the way you speak to us. Shout out to Cominique, Patty, Chardell, and so many more. Walmart doesn't deserve y'all. Fuck management and fuck this job. I quit.
That's the hero
Yeah.
I'll need.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the energy. That's the energy we need. That really cleanses the air, doesn't it? Like a good,
I
like,
wish I had the balls to quit a job like that. But it's so cool.
yeah. You just quietly turn in your 2 weeks.
I just slipped that right in there.
It's fine. You need a good reference from them. You're not getting a good reference from Walmart no matter what. So
That's true.
fuck Walmart. Fuck
Yeah, they worked here and they stole.
right. Yeah. They stole 15-minute breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking Walmart. That was nice though. It was like a good cleansing white sage. Really just got the demons, the Trump demons out of here. God almighty. It is disgusting. But that's I think our time for tonight, guys. You got anything else you want to throw in there?
No, I can't wait to talk about communism on Thursday.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to explain why it's not exactly communism and why communism fails and why fascism fails and what the fucking problems is with what Trump's about to be doing. And it has something to do with the Department of Defense. So check us out on Thursday.
It's the Department of War, John. Get it right.
Oh, my bad. You know what? No, it's not. No, it's not. How about that? You don't get to say that. You don't get to say it's the Gulf of fucking Mexico and it's the Department of Goddamn Defense. Fucking fight me about it.
He said, I'm just going to change it. I can just change it.
You can just do it. He did say, Congress will go along with it. And about that, he is correct.
Yeah. Good boy.
Ugh. Useless. Pull your head out of Trump's ass. The rest of y'all, thanks for keeping your head out of Trump's ass, and thanks for being here. Thanks for liking, subscribing, making the Derealization Nation a thing. We really do appreciate it. If you really like to help out, you can do a paid subscription on Substack or buy a t-shirt on derealizationnation.com. It all goes 100% to paying TikTok to promote my fucking videos. All right. Well, maybe we'll bleep that part out. TikTok's listening. But anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
When the American empire inevitably collapses, historians will not be surprised by the greed of the elite. They will be surprised by the loyalty of the poor.